Okay, welcome to this activity for today. So the website we're going to use is kleki.com. Kleki.com. So key that in your browser and then click enter. Once you're here, the first thing you have to do is I would like you to go to file right here, click file, and then click import. Okay, you are going to get this one, the one that says color pencil blending one, the one that you've downloaded from the Google Classroom. So highlight that and click open. Okay, and once you see this message that says import image, you have to click it as a layer. Okay, so click as a layer and then just click OK, and it will come out like this. So now, the basic exercise we're going to do here is to follow the type of shading that you see right here below each rectangle, right under the white square. So for example, this one on top, you're going to do a solid color. This one, you're going to make a dark shade. So you notice it's dark to light. This one, you're going to do lighter tint. So there's dark tint going to lighter tint. Then you're going to do a sphere. You notice a sphere is a shade at the edge, and then it slowly gets lighter towards the center. And the last one would be a two-color transition, for example, yellow to blue. So yellow actually, you're going to mix yellow with blue to create green right in the middle. Okay, so let's get right down to it. The first one would be solid color. If you want to make this larger, you have to go to paint right here. Click paint or brush. Okay, paint, then brush. Okay, and then you'll see a plus sign right here. It means you could go nearer like this. So now it's nearer. If you want to move the paper around, you can use this one, the hand tool, to make sure that it's at the center. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just to make a solid color inside the box. So my first step would be to go to edit first. Go to edit. I'm sorry, not edit. Go to layers. Yeah, let me make that correction. First, go to layers, and then I would like you to add another layer. So to add another layer, you need to click this one, the plus sign, which will create a new layer. Okay, click that one. So what do you have right now? The first layer is this white background. Second layer are these images right here that we're about to color. And third layer is the one where we are going to put the colors. So this layer 3, you can change your name, change it to solid color so that you know that this layer is for the solid color. I'll click rename. There you go. Now we can start. You can go back to paint again, click paint. Now you have a brush. So the choices here, this is basically a pen tool or a brush with thick lines. It will make thick lines like that. If you want to paint, it's this one, okay, the blending one. So I could use that, and it has dark to light edges. It looks like it's a smudge line. And you also have this one, the eraser. I think we'll concentrate on the first three materials that we have. So the line tool, the brush tool, and the eraser. Okay, the size of your brush tool is right here. So if I do this, that size is actually 58. If you want to make it smaller, down to 10, the size would be like this. Okay, so basically those are the basic ones. Let's do the solid color first. So I'll go to this one, the paint tool. You can choose any color you like, but for this one, I'll stick to blue. So I'll click blue right here. Okay, switch to a lighter tone. I'll take this one. Okay, so whenever you click something, this part right here changes colors. If I click dark, it becomes black, or darker if I click here. medium blue. If I click here, lighter blue. So basing on that, this would be the perfect color, right? So here's what I do. Let me see. It's too thin, right? So what you do, you change the size of your brush to probably, let's say, yeah, this one would be good, 27. Okay, I'll erase that first. Go back to paint. And then all you need to do is just paint this, paint it inside. Now it's very difficult to keep it inside the square, but you can do it like this. Okay, paint it first. There you go. So now it's a little bit messy. That we need to clean this up, right? So here's the trick. You need to see the square again, right? So what you can do is you go back to layers. Okay. Now it says right here, solid color. This is opacity, right? So if you make it lesser, okay, the more you make the numbers lower, the more lighter it becomes. So if we put it, let's say, down to 70, okay, now we could see the box. You can go back now to brush and then take the eraser. Okay, now you can erase anything and everything that's outside. Okay, probably I'll make my eraser smaller. So the size of the eraser is 60. I'll make sure probably let's try 12. There you go, and I can just like erase it. Okay, so now it's cleaner. I'll increase the size to a little bit bigger to make it quick. Okay, there you go. I'll do this side. Okay, and one more on top. So the objective for the first one is just to create a solid color. Okay, I think this is good enough. There you go. Okay, solid color. Next thing we're going to do is color to darker shade. Okay, so I'll use the hand to make it go to the center. Now we go back to layers first and add a new one. Click plus. So layer number 4, I'll rename this color to darker shades. Color to darker shade. So you know that the layer is that is the layer for this one. Okay. So now how do we change it? You go back to paint. Okay, and click the paint tool, this one, the blending paint tool. And then let's start with a dark let's pick a dark blue area first. This is my dark blue. And I'll paint this dark blue. Okay. Then I'll slowly move up to change the color to become lighter. Second. Okay, I click a little bit higher. I click a little bit higher. Okay. Higher. Okay. Higher. Okay, so this is the shade. I'm going to make it lighter. So I'll go this way. Light. Go towards my left. I click it here. Probably one more up to here. There you go. So now you notice it's dark to light. What I'll do next is I'll go back to layers again. I change the opacity to about 70, like this. Okay, go back to brush, get an eraser, and then erase all those excess paint outside the square. Okay, clean. I clean this part and erase it. Clean. Okay, erase this one too. Okay, and this one as well. Okay, erasing is also a big skill when you do digital art. There you go. That is enough. Dark to light. Okay, so now we do this one first. So the first step again, go back to layers, add a new one, change the name to color to lighter tint. So we're going to use lighter tints for this one. Okay, there it is. Go back to brush, blend brush, and then we're going to, since we ended up at this part, all you need to do is go to the next one going towards your left. So I'll start right here. This is light. Okay, I click the next one. Hope. Next one. You notice as we go of towards the right side, the blue tint is getting lighter and lighter. Okay, there you go. This is almost white. I think this is the last one. There you go. I think it's enough. I go back to layers. I reduce the opacity to 73. Okay, and then I go back to brush. I get this eraser and erase all the excess colors outside. Okay, and you also have to remember that these are all reduced tones to 70. Okay, we have to bring it back to 100. So I go back to layers. From 70, I bring it back to 100. That is the actual tone. Okay, I go to this one, darker to shade, I bring it back to 100. That's the actual tone. And solid color, I bring it back to 100. And those are the final, the final images that you will have. Okay, moving on now to the next one. Now we have to make a sphere. So it's the same. So basically, I'll start with a dark shade. I'll go back to brush first. Oh no, layers first. We need to create a new layer. Layer 6. We'll put this on top. This one, we change it to a, let's just name it sphere. Okay. So that you know that, I think I made a mistake right there. Maybe I'll undo. Okay, layer 6. I'll rename this to a sphere. Okay, so outside is dark, so let's go back to brush, blend brush, and then I'll take this one, the bigger one first. I'll draw a dark circle right here. Okay, next one, I'll click higher. Okay, I click a little bit higher. I click a little bit higher to make the tones lighter and lighter. A little bit higher. A little bit higher like that. Okay, it could be as simple as this one. You can make your brush now a little bit smaller. There. I'll go this way, smaller. Towards the left side, smaller. Then there's this very small highlight of white at the center. Ah, there you go. Beautiful. Okay, so now what we'll do is go back to layers. I'll turn this into 70 just like before. And then start cleaning it up. Go back to brush. Get an eraser and then erase all the lines outside the sphere. Okay, just have to be careful that you don't erase the ones inside, the colors inside. Okay. Oops. If you make a mistake like this one, you can just click this arrow, undo, okay? And you'll go back to the first stroke that last stroke that you made. Okay, it doesn't need